did it. You sly dog, you figured it out. You got here just in time for Office Hours Day 130, where we continue to visit the best, the brightest, the most important moment in all of the internet's deceptive history. That's right, we continue our arc through Scam School. If you missed it, I'm Brian Brushwood. I'm the internet's older brother, and whoo boy, I've seen some shit. But in the meantime, the very first time I made a dent in the internet was a little show called Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. So now we study it. We're all the way midway through 2008 in Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. These folks, these are the elite, the Diamond Club, the hardest of the hardcores. Carbon, that's just forged in the heart of a burning star. Diamonds are created under immense pressure, under supreme amounts of time, and they reward us, they bless us with their time, energy, and effort in real time, the only currency that really matters. If you want to be among the elite, join us live. We usually go live in the mornings, but now, you're not here for any of that. You're here because you want to know how to control a card to the top of the deck, to the bottom of the deck. You want to be able to have somebody select a card, shuffle it however you want, and then magically reveal it. Well, lucky for you, we're visiting episode 30, Controlled Cards, the very first episode in which we do exactly that. In this episode, you're going to learn how to force a card. Control a card. You're going to have a card freely selected. You'll be able to control it to the top and the bottom, and you'll be able to reveal. Actually, you do get to learn how to force a card, I just realized. As always, you guys are going to post your questions in the chat while we watch the entirety of the episode, and then I'm going to give you guys tons of behind-the-scenes rocket sauce. So buckle up for episode 30 of Controlled Cards. Here we go. This episode of Scam School brought to you by Netflix. Welcome to the show with half the calories of normal internet television shows, Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. I'm your host, Brian Brushwood, and so far I've shown you how to lie, to cheat, to steal, but I haven't given you any actual talent. That changes tonight, because I'm going to teach you how to control cards and do a kick-ass card trick. How's it going? I'm Brian. What's your name?
Brian. I'm Maggie.
Maggie, and you are? Andrew. All right. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I personally feel like it is very important for every upstanding American to know at least one decent card trick. Fair enough?
Okay.
So I'm going to demonstrate for you what I want to do here, and then I'll actually teach you how to do it. Okay? This is an honest-to-goodness sleight of hand extravaganza. Do me a favor, Maggie. Touch any card. In fact, you know what? We'll do it face up, maybe. Okay. Yeah, we'll do this. Face up. Any card you want. Whatever one you want.
Okay.
All right. Now, obviously, wait. Let me guess. 5 clubs. I'm just that good. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We'll go ahead and put this right on top, and I want you to see that I really am gonna shuffle your card into the deck. And we're gonna mix them all up as fair as possible, right? Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you actually cut as many cards as you want. I want you to cut anywhere you want in the deck. Just cut it and set it down.
Okay.
All right, now let's go over what happened here. First of all, you don't feel like this is a trick deck of cards, right? I can actually, if you like, I could get a brand new deck, unseal it, pull the card out, and do it. Right. It's not about a trick deck. Second of all, you really did have a free choice of cards. I spread them all up. I even did it face up, so you can pick any card. Lastly, I really did shuffle the cards. You saw that wasn't any kind of, I mean, if it was a trick shuffle, it was a damn good one.
Yeah.
And then finally, you picked off as many cards as you wanted. Would you be amazed, Maggie, if the exact spot you cut to, what was your card again?
The 5 of clubs.
You guys want to learn it? Yes. Okay. Here's the thing. There's 2 parts to this. One part requires no skill. The other part requires a little bit of skill. Now, first of all, do you guys know how to shuffle cards like this? This is called an overhand shuffle. You guys know how to do an overhand shuffle?
Yeah. No.
All you do, well, actually, you seem to know already, Maggie. So I'll teach Andrew here for a second. What you'll do is you hold the card in your left hand. Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Hold the card in your left hand just like this. Okay? Then what you're going to do is with your thumb, you peel off some cards, and then you keep peeling off over and over and over again. That's an overhand shuffle. So here's the first part.
This is a card control. This is controlling the card to the bottom. So you have them put their card right on top. In this case, we'll use the king of diamonds. And what you do is you make sure, instead of peeling off a few cards at first, peel off just that first card, okay? Now, and then keep putting other cards on top. So where's your card?
Very bottom.
At the very bottom. To keep it at the bottom, if you let your grip in your left hand hold onto that card, you can keep shuffling the cards, and that king will continue to stay at the bottom. So already you're controlling cards. The second part takes care of itself.
Okay.
Once you have their card, we'll say their card is the 6 of diamonds. You bring it down to the bottom, you keep shuffling. Then hold the cards out and ask them to cut off as many as you like. You set it down. Magicians call this the crisscross move. Because now, I know your card is right here, right?
Yeah.
All you did is pull off the top cards and set this down, but I'm gonna mark the spot by setting in crisscross, like this. Now we use the principle that magicians call time delay. The longer you delay the moves from the reveal, the better the effect is. So in this case, you cut the cards, and I did the crisscross, and now I just take some time to recap. First of all, I talk about how blah, 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 this is a real deck of cards, no trick cards. Second of all, hey, don't you remember how you picked the card, and then you put it, and then you put it on the top of the deck? Third of all, didn't you remember how that really was a genuine shuffle? And lastly, you cut the cards to anywhere you want. And they say, do you remember your card from way back at the beginning, the 6 of diamonds? And they say, yes, and then you just turn it over, and they won't remember that this is the bottom card of the deck. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you guys to take a little bit of time to practice on that. In fact, each of you in turn practice on me. Then we're going to send you out in the field and see how you do.
Alright, so I'm going to show you a card trick I learned probably about 10 minutes ago.
That's awesome. Good start.
Okay, so, I don't know what to say. I'm lost.
I'm going to shuffle this.
Go for it. Oh!
There's no magic involved here.
There's no magic.
There's no way I could have hidden your card or known what your card was, right?
No.
I didn't see it.
No way.
So what was the card that you had?
It was the ace of clubs.
Is it Ace of Clubs? All right, well.
Shut up!
Wow.
Devil be gone! That's unreal!
So, is this your card?
Dude! Right up top, that was great! I want you to practice a little more, and we're gonna have you guys go out and try the tricks on some other people. Let us know how it worked. We'll do a post-mortem and see who had success and who had less success.
All right. I'm going to show you a trick.
Okay.
Just an easy magic card trick here.
Okay.
And so it's probably the oldest one in the books.
Ever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And I want you to pick any card. And you don't even need to show it to me.
Okay.
You want to show it to everybody else
I
what that
look
card
at it?
is? Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Okay, great, thanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to guess what that card is. I'm going to go ahead and, oops. So now what I'm going to ask you to do is to cut the card.
Okay.
Go ahead and cut it for me. Okay, great. All right. So there was no, this is just a regular, simple deck of cards.
All right.
There's no magic or anything hidden in between these cards. All right. I'm gonna guess what it is.
All right, I'm ready for it.
All right. Is it this?
That is my card.
Wow.
Nice work. Just grab a card here, pick any one. All right. Put it on top. And I'm going to shuffle this for you. I'm going to shuffle these, all right? I always forget one thing. I don't have it.
Take 3!
All right, so I'm going to show you a card trick that I learned 15 minutes ago. All right, now don't show it to me. When you're finished, put it back on the table. Alright, I'm going to shuffle it now, okay? Alright. Cut it anywhere you want. Alright, I'm going to put this top on top. But let's see. Right where you cut it, is that your card? This is my card. Thank you very much.
All right, We got to figure out who's the big winner here. Now, Maggie went a little bit off script. I don't know if you saw her technique. She developed her own advanced card control to put a card on the bottom of the deck. It goes a little something like, here, give me this card. Okay. But to her credit, once the card was on the bottom of the deck, she kept it on the bottom of the deck. And on the other hand, you did the trick flawlessly on the third try, which is has its own merits as well. I gotta tell you though, going off script, 3 tries, I'm gonna have to give the edge to Maggie on the very first go around. I'm gonna buy her a free drink. That was excellent work, Maggie. You guys were fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you for playing.
Thank you very much.
I can't say enough about how hard it is to turn around and do a trick right after you learn it, especially one that requires actual skill, but they both did a fantastic job. In fact, Andrew's already told me he's already won 2 free drinks off of that one trick. Speaking of which, I want to hear about your success stories. Make sure to post them at the boards at revision3.com/scam school. Any question about this scam, or if you want to suggest your favorite scam, write me directly at brian@revision3.com. Don't forget, next episode, very important, we're going to learn something environmental. We're going to learn how to get up to 15 more miles per gallon out of your tank of gas just by pouring in a few potato flakes. Until then, we'll see you next time. Now let's hear it for the folks who make our drinks extra stiff here at Scam School. Netflix. With Netflix, you can rent over 90,000 titles online, including lots of Blu-ray titles.
What? Netflix, DVDs by email or by literal mail. Hot damn! Look at that smug son of a bitch. He just stole fire from the freaking gods. That's the moment that we discovered the C block. How much more electric did everything get once the deck was in their hands? This is the key, most important thing. Here we go. We got some credits here. Oh, speaking of which, I reached out to Josh Villegas to see if we can get him on the show. Maybe over the weekend. We'll see. I don't think there's a bonus tag on this one. Oh my God. Yeah, there we go. All right, so let's walk through this. First of all, this is the big moment. This is the epiphany that made the show absolutely electric going forward. You can tell Brian's kind of settling into his rhythm during all of this, but more importantly, in this case, I was nervous about magicians perceiving that what I was doing was exposing magic. If you're new to magic, magicians, they're kind of running a cartel. They kind of have inherited a whole batch of clever things that most people don't know. Let's call that the commons. That's what economists would call the commons. And in order to prevent the tragedy of the commons, where everybody defaults on the prisoner's dilemma, they have essentially social norms where they shame each other for giving away too much too fast, right? Now, if this was a television show, boy oh boy would magicians be upset, because that's too little friction to get access to devalue the commons, all those delicious secrets that they have. So, but luckily, this was at a time, again, before YouTube. This was not on YouTube. Yes, 2008, YouTube was around, but these weren't showing up on YouTube yet. Instead, they were on RSS feeds in the dark web, the other dark web, the non-searchable web of people having to download these to their iPod videos. But in this case, that beginning, the big epiphany of the C block, was largely an attempt to keep magicians off my back, because I wanted it to be absolutely unambiguous that this was not exposure, this was teaching. And you knew it was teaching because when the lesson was over, 2 average Joes were able to pull off the trick. Now, these lessons were the first 2 lessons that I learned. The book is called The Royal Road to Card Magic by Hugard and Brow, and it's great. The very first thing it is how to do the overhand shuffle and shuffle a card down to the bottom of the deck and back up to the top. The next was the crisscross force. That's right in there. I thought this was a pretty elegant solution to combine things. Normally what you would do is you would have a card selected face down to add an extra layer of mystery to it. I almost said misery. That would have worked too. An extra layer. Oh no. I forgot to put Italian mode on. I gestured and the camera took the controls. Oh, in fact, I wonder if I can fix that right now. There we go. So now, haha, yeah, Italian mode on. Look at that, getting faster and faster. Only took me 18 months of rebuilding the studio to get here. But the important part, I thought that this was a pretty elegant solution to have the cards selected face up. So we skipped a whole bunch of steps. We all knew what the card was. We didn't have to worry about whether or not they would remember it. We didn't have to remember, we didn't have to ask them, do you remember their card? And most importantly, I didn't put the power in their hands to say, that wasn't my card, et cetera, et cetera. And so all of that conspired for a very quick and to the point lesson that really taps into the power of video as a teaching medium. So of course, I think it's pretty apparent that how it works. You just get a card, shuffle it down to the bottom of the deck, keep it at the bottom of the deck, do the crisscross force. Andrew Mager went on to, is a journalist already at this point, and it's been a minute since I followed his career. I should peek in on him on LinkedIn. By the way, shouts out to the LinkedIn crowd. I can't hear you guys, but I assume you're out there somewhere. But the, what else happened? Oh, this went better than I dared. Okay, dared hope. Oh, look at this. We have retention graphics. Ah, there we go. So that, remember that move cue? Look how that caused everybody to back up and watch what move. And it did become important. We get more retention information here. That's good. All right, let's play our favorite game. This episode was posted 16 years ago. Maybe, no, 17 years ago? 2009, yeah, 17 years ago. How many views? How many views do you think this episode got in those intervening years? Now, on the one hand, you do have, it's a pretty good trick. It's a pretty good one. On the other hand, that's a long time. With the C block, ooh, there we go. Not Scary Steve says, with the C block, 36,000. Chase says 15,500. Hawk Worley says 4.75 million. Cliff Horn says 14,000. Flying Car 100 says 25,000. Let's see. Whoa! 235,000 views 16 years ago. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, this would have been, I think that really speaks to the strength of this episode. Because look, all the most replayed bits are the most significant, where we're learning the most. YOLO 420. There it is. That's the real one, Mickey. 2 views, at least 2. Yeah, Not Scary Steve, you nailed it. It was almost 250,000. Yeah. Good stuff. Heyo, Deconverted Man. Hello, Banterat. Hello, Not Scary Steve. Hello, Mickey. Hello, Eve Morgan. Hello, UVU Gamer. Hello, Kuro Meturiku. Hello, Burning Gems. Flying Car 100, Cliff. There we go. Hello, Princess Judith. James Cobalt. St. Veers. Mickey 2000. Jay. Nicholas George. Nice medium shirt there, yeah. I'm trying to get back. I'm getting close. I think I'm within 10 pounds of striking distance, maybe 12 pounds to get back to that fighting weight. But I got a little more muscle on there. Potato Flakes was, I believe, my attempt to come up with something definitely incorrect, but plausible enough. And of course, Dylan Theus, the old schooler, the Mike Ruler. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hey, Cappy, you made it. Shouts out to Cappy. Guys, let me take just a moment. I gotta give shouts out to a real one. We did that all-day deception workshop with Perry Carpenter, and Cappy not only drove down an hour and a half to make it to the workshop, but he worked the event, running all of the cameras and making sure that we got good footage of the entire thing. Now I have to cook on it and carve out the good parts, which I will share in one of the upcoming secret live streams. What's that? Oh, you know that's right. We're starting secret live streams, guys. Only for the patrons. I've got projects that I'm starting now that are now over the threshold of what should be done in public as it gets worked out. However, if you are a paid patron at patreon.com/modernrogue, then you have access to the only chat that I keep up with. Hold on, let me get my streak all the way up to 2 days in a row. I'm gonna clear my queue in the chat. And by the way, it doesn't matter. The chat is available at even a trivial amount, like $1. 2 steaks. There you go. I'm at 2 steaks. Perfect. So in that chat, I will post the unlisted links for when I'm working on secret stuff. And that includes seeing footage from the workshop. That includes watching me go through the closing keynote that I did at Convene, because just like we saw me unlock a C block in that original Scam School episode, there was definitely a core unlock during that speech. You're going to want to be there as I go through it and process it. And eventually, I don't know, months from now, you'll get to see it online. But the real ones, the elites, the DC till they DIE, you guys are going to get to see it live. But most importantly, I doff my cap to you, Cappy. Thank you so very much for easing the cognitive burden of that event and handling all those cameras. I can't wait to look at the footage and share it with you guys. So everybody give Cappy a round of diamond applause. Show him some love. Let's see. How do I make, that, like that. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's see. St. Vier says, I've gone full magician now. I blame Brian too. And college was eye-opening. That's great. Yes, indeed. Cappy is a goat. Oh, not Scary Steve, I think, had an autocorrect happen. I don't think he meant that. 2 steaks, 1 rare. Oh, it was autocorrect. I got that right. Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to keep today's live stream super short and tight. Oh, no. I almost forgot. We got to do our comment bomb. What I will do is I will post in the chat the original episode. One of the games that we love to play here is performance art. Look, man, in a world where AI makes everything weird, weird video is not interesting anymore. Weird photos is not interesting anymore. Even weird bot behavior is not interesting anymore. But weird human behavior is very, very interesting. And there's nothing weirder than a rolling wave of positivity for long forgotten artifacts and threads. So we have a video here from 2009, and I think it's hilarious for all of us to go and reply to the old comments, because people are going to get emails. YouTube will still trigger email alerts to let people know that their old comment from a million years ago got some stuff. But now the rules are, it's got to be positive, it's got to be thoughtful enough and inherently human, so that when people, and that goes for everybody, even the negative comments get love, because that is truly one of the strangest things that I can imagine out there. There we go. Ha ha ha. So surreal seeing that artifact. Yeah, but Netflix has Blu-rays. Did you hear? Laughing, crying emoji. Back in the day when Netflix needed to sponsor anything to get relevance. Do you remember those weird British-looking zombie Netflix banner ads? I don't know if you guys remember this. Let's see if we can find them. Google. You know what? Actually, here, let's do this. We'll do it this way. Hey, back in the day, I remember there was some weird ass Netflix banner ads that showed what looked to be like undead British people for some reason. Do some research, poke around, and see if you can find me a link to an article on that. I definitely read an article on them. We'll see if it's able to find it. And then meanwhile, get back to this. This hedgehog is very talented. I'm late to this, but thank you, kind sir. Nice clone comment. What? Life was good back then. And it is again. Join us for the daily live streams. We're revisiting all of these. Ryan. Let's see. 8:44. Ha! I checked. And you're right. Oh well. Indeed it has. And even better, we're revisiting them on the live streams. Join us. Sorry I'm late to this comment. Darth Maul's channel? That's funny. Oh, there it is, Flochinacci, 11 months ago. Boop boop. Thank you. It is. Look at this. Judith nailed it 3 years ago. I think this is the prima genesis of the trademark final exam performance. OMG, you've got to join us for the live streams. We're walking through all of them. Thanks. Laughing, crying emoji. What are these? Sure. He did great. Boom. Dim spikes though. 12 years ago. All right. How many more do I got? Keep tapping 5. Here we go.
There's no magic involved here.
There's no magic.
That's great. I forgot about that whole press 5 thing. Press 5. Press 5. Press 5. Where is... What? Oh no. I believe YouTube is killing magic. I wonder how this opinion holds up 10 years later. Seems like magic is having an all-time peak. Okay. Classic Brian response. Well done. Now you're 20. And it's not weird to comment back to you. Yep. Only 1,707. That's great. By the way, that's a perennial, that's an always favorite comment is, how does a channel with blankety blank only have doobity doo? The answer is time, my friends. When you're good over a very long time, you have a few hits. I don't do fads, says the guy with the spiky hair. Actually, I don't know that was ever a fad. I hope not. I used to do this. No. I think we covered that on another episode. Awesome. 7 years ago. Even longer now. See the troll face at? Oh. I see what you did there 12 years ago. No ads, yeah. Nice. Sonic Boom. OMG. Just did it. And why is this not the number one comment? Brian. There we go. We did it. We did it. I don't know if I did the ice bucket challenge. I think I refused to. I believe Grant, the king of random, called me out on the ice bucket challenge, and I was like, no. Whoops. Yeah, I went pretty hardcore on the spikes to differentiate. because I didn't want to look. There was a brief phase where spike-ish hairstyles were in vogue on the Jersey Shore, and boy, did I not care for that. Creeping on my look. As you guys know, I was trying to look like that one hacker character from Sin. And then it became maybe a little bit more Guile. Then it became a little bit more Liberty Spikes. Thank you very much, Deconverted Man. I appreciate it. Yeah, Rudy Kobe, yeah. Yeah, Grant was a real one, man. R.I.P. Yeah, the guy from Prodigy also had like the shaved male pattern baldness on his head in the middle. That's crazy. Yeah. Cliff, one of the ideas that I wanted to do with the hair, I think at one point I poked out a hole and I put a card on there and we got a photo of it. But a thing that I wanted to do was take a sewing needle or a pin and just put it in with the wax so that I could take a balloon and go pop and then pop it on my spikes, which I thought was pretty clever. Middle schoolers, babes, ye babes in the woods, gather round, little children, and I'll tell you stories of the before times, before the robots had taken over, back when Gen Xers would call people on phones and have no idea who would be on the other side. Oh, got a progress update for you guys. Guys, the zine is very, very real and coming very, very soon. Yeah! Did it? You sly dog, you figured it out. You got here just in time for office hours day 100. Oh, I started my own stream. Ha ha! Yeah, here we go. Let's take a look at the weird British people. There we go. New Netflix ad gives me nightmares.
In today's busy world, going to the video store is a hassle. With Netflix, you just make a list of the movies you want to see, and you'll get your first DVDs in about 1 business day. Keep them as long as you want without late fees. Return one in this prepaid envelope, and they'll automatically send you another movie from your list. My lady, we are the romance movie from Netflix. We hope our presents will be to your liking.
There's a movie waiting for you at home.
Okay, great. Fine ad, fine ad. There we go. This is the ad that I kept seeing. Did you guys see this ad? What even is that? I guess there's supposed to be but just, just in and of itself, I never saw that ad. I just saw this banner ad. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Yeah. Anyway. So the zine is straight up, look, the zine's going to be good. It's going to be a standalone publication that you can subscribe to. If you don't want to be a patron, that's fine. You'll be able to just buy the zine. But we're going to follow the format that Cliff put together. I've already got cover art. You know what? I'm gonna hold off. This is called Brian Brush. This is how you know Brian Brushwood is serious, is when he actually keeps the secret for once. It's going to be great. It'll be a standalone publication. Yes, there'll be at some Patreon tier, you'll be able to adjust it to where you could get the quarterly zine. But what I love about it is a secret communication modality. You're going to be able to dial secret numbers, phone numbers that you're only going to find if you get the zine. There'll be things to decode and hidden messages, but basically it is an unambiguous way to cut through the noise. It is one for one. You will get a hand-typed letter from Brian and articles and art and posters. This will be the thing that I always have in my backpack. So whenever we meet at a conference or whatever, I'll put one in your hand and I'll strongly encourage you to become a subscriber. This is the stealth underground way that we can fund this whole operation, and it'll feel electric and fun and special and be of value. I can reach out to people who don't want to put their, participate in social media things. What is that worth? But instead, like, I want to be able to reach out to Teller and say, hey, what is one book everybody should read? Or what is one thing that you know about that everyone should want? And then put that link only in the zine with a little blurb on why you should check it out. It's gonna be great. Yes, as a matter of fact, Cliff, not to be too crass about it, but literally that's the fix that we're looking for. Is this comes in the mail, you know exactly where to put it. It's gonna be on the potty, and it'll be a thing for you to go through, and there'll be links to online pieces of it if you want more, but it's gonna be it's days. Ryer, unfortunately, we made a lot of progress, and then he is on a vacation where he's out in a black hole right now. So I'll see him in 12 days, or no, I think another 7 days, and then we're just gonna get a 2-day burst and get this thing done. It's gonna be amazing. Not Scary Steve, yes, as a matter of fact, Mad Magazine is part of the inspiration on this. I think that's all I'm gonna say. Like Gravity Falls, I just started Gravity Falls. I'm watching with my 13-year-old Callie, so I look forward to catching up. But basically, yeah, this is classic Brian Brushwood. Whatever the crowd's doing, figure out a thing nobody is doing, and that's what I'm up to. Yeah, Feral Ryer time. That's correct. All right, guys. Well, I am gonna pivot to my next thing on the agenda. Don't forget that you could get in on the secret chat club where you really can be in my pocket if you sign up at any level, find a trivial amount, like a dollar a month or something silly you'll never notice. So you can get in on the chat at patreon.com/modernrogue. If you are the kind of person that can press a button and not think about, like, you'd buy Brian a meal once a month. If you get enough value that you think it's worth buying Brian a meal once a month, then at $30, you get your name in every single episode of the Modern Rogue that goes out as one of the sponsors. And we're going to be fixing a whole bunch of other stuff. So we will see you guys later. So long, you beautiful people.